Well, first of all, congratulations. That was an amazing way to open the night. How do you feel getting your first UFC win?
Wow, it feels good. It feels long overdue, but it's one of those things, when it happens, it brings you down to earth, right? I could sit here and be like, oh, I want Kamaru Usman next. I got a long way to go. I got a lot of improvements to make. Tonight was a start. Definitely was a start, and I'm honored, I'm humbled to be here, especially after my last fight, right? It's been a turbulent 2 years. To do what I did tonight in that fashion, words can't describe how I'm feeling right now. They really can't.
Can you tell us a little bit about those 2 years? I mean, the last thing we heard was, your ear. Right. How is your ear, first of all?
Oh, it's still there, right? So that's a start. Right. But more or less, it feels good. My body feels good. It was just a recovery process, right? Because you never want to rush something like that. Lacerations, you don't want them to cut open. And the last thing I want to do is look like freaking Frankenstein, right? Going through Dallas and scaring the hell out of people. So that's the last thing I want to do. But just listen to my coach. He told me to take some extra time off. We did just that. I think the hardest thing was not the injury, was just the time off, because you get in your own head sometimes. You can't train. You can't do what you love to do. But I found the silver lining in that, right? It grew my appreciation for the sport that much more. It grew my love and appreciation for my team that much more. My trust for my coach, Safe, that much more. I have so much love for that guy. So much love for Abdul, for Saad, for Jeff, for Alex Morono, for Alonzo Menafield, I could just go on and on. I have so much love for these guys that have been there through my darkest hours. And I mean my darkest hours. And the only thing that they've done is just help me rise to the occasion. So for that, I'm indebted to them till the end of time.
And you said you're not going to call out any big names, but do you have someone in mind that you'd like?
No, you're never going to hear me call people out. I don't really care about that stuff. If I have to sell out who I am, I'm a piece of shit, and I'll never do that because I'm not a piece of shit. Shit goes in the toilet, and I'm not that. That'll never be me. So I don't do that. I keep it classy all the time, and whatever happens next, I've just learned to accept it and just ready for whatever.
And after such a long layoff, I would imagine you want to get back in there quick, or are you okay with a little bit of time?
Just want to see how I feel, right? Like I could sit here and be like, yeah, let's fight next week, but my adrenaline's still going right now. I feel good. Let's see how I feel tomorrow, because I'll probably feel like I was in a car accident tomorrow, because it's kind of crazy how sometimes my shortest performances, I wake up for a week and I'm like, oh my God, I feel old. So we'll see.
Thank you.
Absolutely, thank you.
Once you took his back and got him on the ground, it didn't look like he was really sort of fighting that off, like we thought he would maybe try to attack the hands. He looked like he was trying to just settle in there, like he didn't maybe think that you would finish it. Were you a little surprised?
He was trying to fight it off a little bit. I'm not going to call him a cheater at all because he's not. He was really trying to fight it off, but his fingers started to get caught in my glove a little bit. He was trying to fight it off. He was doing just a couple of things incorrectly. But I knew that once I started to adjust my grip and go from trying to get that full rear naked choke to a short grip, it was only a matter of time before he either tapped or he went to sleep. And like I said, the guy's tough. Everybody at this level is tough. You're not going to get quick taps, quits, or anything like that. You have to take people out. And that's exactly what I prepare for every single day. So, if that means reaching into the depths of hell to put somebody away, we got to do that, so be it.
And right after it was finished, you kind of let out this big scream, this kind of elation, this joy. What was going through your head, and what was that? It seemed like that was a big release of things that maybe you've been carrying on your shoulders or something. But what was going through your head at that moment when you let that out?
God is the greatest. That's my first thought. It always is. Every morning that I wake up, He's blessed me more than I can imagine, right? More than anybody can imagine. He gives me this platform to be able to compete, do what I love. To him goes all the glory, right? It's a big sigh of relief, to get my first UFC win after navigating all those turbulent waters. for the past 2 years, man, it's felt like one big continuous 2020. And to do what I did today, I always knew I belonged here, you know, but now winning here and continuing to win here at this level, that's what I care about. And that's what I want to do. Every time I step in here, I want to show drastic improvements, right? I want to keep impressing fans, keep impressing myself, first and foremost, and living up to my potential, living up to what my coach knows I'm capable of, right? And it's definitely tough when you got guys like Jeff Neal in the room, Alex Morono, and just a bunch of killers, you know? But like I said earlier, they just make you rise to the occasion. And I mean, that guy's gotten me tremendously better. And I can't give him enough credit. I can't give Coach Safe enough credit, my teammates enough credit. It's a journey, man. Pretty crazy.
And last thing for me, you know, one of the best things I thought about in your post-fight speech, you know, it was very humble, but it was also, you know, you were very congratulatory of what you've went through. But my favorite part was you said you wanted to celebrate by kind of going and building a well in some community.
Yeah.
You know, talk a little bit about that and the drive. And I think, you know, I have an idea. You know, you've thanked God a lot, so I assume it's your religion, your beliefs as well. But talk a little bit of why you wanted to give back, and maybe I'll give you one more chance to have a platform to say that.
Absolutely. So I'm a man of faith, right? And it was put to me in the best way possible, right? As a man, you have to be able to go forth with action. I could sit here and I could tell you countless number of things that I want to do, but unless I go forward and I do it, it doesn't mean anything. So that's another thing, right? I have it in my heart, in my mind, just as I had it in my heart and my mind to win and to continuously win. I have it in my heart and in my mind to give back to people, especially the less fortunate people. I've just always been that way. I hate to talk about it, but, you know, as God continues to bless me with everything that he's blessed me with, I want to give back, right? Because the last thing anybody should ever have stripped away from them is hope, right? When you don't have hope, you're just decaying. You're not living life. So I know that there's people out there less fortunate than me that deserve hope. So if I can in any way, shape, or form give back to them and give them hope and let them know that there's always light at the end of the tunnel, you just got to keep going, then I'm going to do that. And if that means me going to Somalia, South America, hell, when things start to cool down in Afghanistan, go to rural parts of Afghanistan, anywhere, right? Wherever it could be, if I could give back and help people that are less fortunate than me, then I know I'm on the right path. Sometimes we get too ahead of ourselves and we think we're the most important thing in the world, right? But that's just simply not the truth.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. Congrats on your victory.
Thank you. Love you, Mom. I'll see you soon. Mwah.